Alright guys, Saturday morning here in the garage, ready to take the wheels, tires off of the Phaeton, because the deal with that is I keep the wheels and tires. So we'll take them off before it gets here, so you know he can just jack the other one up in the air, take those off and swap them. Bob's your auntie. Yeah, cool. Let's do that. It's a chilly morning. It's not as bad as it has been. I think it's only 33 degrees, which usually in the mornings it's been like teens, 20 degrees, so it's not that bad. It actually feels warm. So pull this cover off and start taking the wheels off. Alright, just need to get the airline because I'm a stupid air jack. Lift the axles up and throw it under. Actually, before that, let me break the lugs. Alright, gotta move them back. I don't like how the jack stands. We're half in the dirt and half on the concrete. Probably gonna end up in catastrophe, so let's not do that. I guess I'll keep the wheels and tires on so we can see how it sits before I take them off, because it looks a lot cooler with the wheels and tires on there. So, all right, so here's the 40 Tudor Sedan. We just took it down the block. It runs all right. First gear, getting it going is kind of, you got to give it a little gas, but after you're going, it's pretty good. It does need some suspension work. There's some wobbles in the rear end and stuff. Probably need new shackles and bushings and stuff, but seems to be all right. A little rougher than I thought, but you know, it's kind of how it is. There's some bubble in here, but it's got the original black lacquer paint, so I might hit it with a buff, see how it shines. The only problem spot is right down here in the package tray, but it isn't awful. It's not awful. The rest of the floors are good. You know, interior not great, but you know, it's there. I can sit on something. It's not the end of the world. I just have the trim for the hood, center of the hood back there. Got a new chrome piece to replace this, you know, warped piece of garbage. The dash is alright, I guess. It's kind of, you know, it's like a Survivor. It's if you just pulled that out of a barn. Like all the window seals are cracked and bad. You know, it needs some love, but it runs, stops, steers. That's the good thing about it. So it's got an alternator. It's 12 volt. It's just Holly 94 on it. You know, I'm not gonna go crazy with anything right now. Just gotta keep something running. I gotta figure something about this trim. It keeps popping off. But I want to change these to 39 deluxe headlights. I don't like the 40 headlights. But, you know, it's just me nitpicking stuff and thinking about doing stuff to it already. Alright, let me start jacking this up to change the wheels, because I'm keeping the wheels on the Phaeton. Giving it an automatic attitude adjustment. Already looks cooler. You have to, buddy. You have to, buddy. I'm trying to work fast and efficiently. Way cooler already. Just the wheels. Tudor. Right, there it is. Looks so much better with these wheels and tires on it. So much better. The only bummer about this car is we got to do pretty much every single window seal and like all those kind of maintenance-y things, because this is literally just an all original car that's just been sitting forever and hasn't been like maintained. The underneath has been done, like he did new brakes, there's a whole new fuel system and all that stuff, but like the window seals, the dashes, everything's cracking on it. Luckily my buddy Chris just came into a bunch of 3940 stuff, so that might come in handy. So Phaeton, bye-bye. Off to the next home. He's going to change those wheels, don't worry. 40 Tudor Sedan, look at that. Need to change those windows, they delaminate a little bit, but going through time, man, it's cool. Not what I was expecting to get, but pretty cool. Yeah, definitely gonna change this out. Change the time on the clock. It's already hot in here. Brake. I can't see anything out of this car, but gonna probably take the family on a nice trip. Wanna go take a ride? It smells like an old car, but the windows go down. And it is already warm in there. Needs some drop in the front for sure, but wheels and tires really made it.
Boogers, really? Woo! Say hot rod! Hot rods!
Hey! Monday, almost afternoon. It's 9 o'clock. In the shop, working on the sedan. I really gotta get this done. I haven't done much on it in a couple weeks. So, gotta get this fully welded, planished, you know, taken care of. And then I can weld it to the back here. Thinking about adding a strip here. So everything can overlap. And I can scribe and cut. Not quite sure yet because the bottom does overlap here, so I can do just that, but still haven't figured that out yet. First thing I need to do is just get this done, taken care of, then we can start rolling on the roof. I got a lot of stuff to do on this still. and quite frankly, I've just been slacking. I don't know what excuse to give. There really is no excuse, but you know, it's dark and cold and wet. I really don't feel like doing anything, but I have to. So I'm gonna weld this right now. Start moving, start getting stuff done, because I need this thing out of here. Get his next one in here. Do the other roof insert. Get rid of the other T-seams. You know, send everything on its way. I need to start on that 63 Galaxy chassis that's out there. I have a whole host of people that's waiting to get in here, so I just really need to step it up. But I also feel like I want to change the channel a bit and not show as much of this kind of stuff unless it's something different, because I feel like my whole channel is just patch panels and welding and fixing rot. Like, it's not interesting. I know it's interesting to you core guys that watch it. I totally understand that. And it's interesting to me. But if I want to grow this channel and actually like live off of it, I think I need to pivot to just showing my personal projects and just like working on my personal stuff from like start to finish. Like, obviously what I do now, fixing the bodies, then building the chassis, doing the brakes, doing the fuel lines, doing it, like all the other stuff that's needed in a build. That kind of switches things up so people don't get tired of what I'm doing, because I feel like you guys are tired of it. Most of you. I know a lot of you still enjoy to see the metalwork, and that will still be on the channel, but I want to try and add more, because I do a lot of other things not well. I know you guys hate my mechanic work, but you know, it's on the road, and it stops, and it steers. I don't know what else to tell you, but it's like I do that with my own stuff. Regardless, let me get started on this, get working on this stuff, and then you'll probably see some more of the 40. And I want to start on my other projects, because you know, obviously I want them done, and I think you guys want to see them done more than you want to see this done, because this ain't mine. So yeah, I don't know how that's going to work. I'm going to try to slowly merge into that. It's probably not going to be straight away only my projects, but we'll see what happens. See how well this thing cold starts. Last time when he brought it here, it didn't cold start very well at all. So let's try again. starts. I don't think it's supposed to rain the rest of the day, so I'm going to pull this forward and then get the roads to pick up outside so I can have more room to work on stuff. Brake's sticking somewhere. I don't know where, but sticky brakes. Alright, so I'm starting to clean up these panels because I like to jump around. I know I was just working on the back panel, but I decided to do this instead. So, here we go. That one didn't have much flaky rust on it, just this god-awful patch. That's just laid right over. Alright, so back to the rear panel. You know, I shouldn't jump around a lot, but yeah, it's just what I do. Okay, so I'm going to change the angle of this flange on the bottom here. It needs to be a little bit more towards 90 degrees. I can even do it more than it should be. Because when I have it in there, I can just, you know, I think I'm going to bolt it down. I think that's how it's done. So, yeah. Yeah, it's bolted down, so I'm going to need to drill holes in this anyway and suck it down. So if it's a little more of an angle, that's fine. Just like that. Easy peasy. All right, I think that's it for today. I know I did nothing, but Mondays, I'm doing like half days. I'm gonna let Kelly work on her stuff and watch the kids. You know, because she's doing a lot of stuff on these cars. I gotta at least give her some time to work on it. So I figure Mondays when Jacob's not here, you know, we'll tool around in the morning, get a couple things done, and then have her go out and mess with the car. So I think today we're gonna put that 39. Oh, she's gonna put that 39 banjo on. Hopefully, if it fits. I'm not even sure if it fits 40s. I know the taper's the same, but I'm not sure if there's a hole in the steering shaft for the thingy in the middle. I guess we'll figure that out. And there's chrome trim that came with the car for the dash. I'm gonna have her replace that if she can even see it. Because without the dash being out, kind of up and in the back, it's kind of annoying. But you know, I'll help her do that. Might film a little bit, might not. But you can always catch it on her channel, Kelly Builds. So check that out. You know, when she posts it, I'll link it in the description. But she's not as quick as me for posting videos, so I have to wait a little bit.
That one's fine, right? I just walked and put the lines off.
Well,
Or I can flip it.
you want the outline. You don't want this. This is gonna cover the gauges. You want just this. Let's go around the edge. So she's refurbing the instrument panel, cutting out some gasket type stuff. We're just using felt for a gasket just so glass doesn't rattle and shatter, clang around. So, oh, this is nice and dry.